This is Spud here from HitStandOut.com, coming at you with another quick hit. Now, if you're a regular on our YouTube channel here, you'll know that a couple of weeks ago, just before Christmas really, I covered the Galway Game Jam. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below. But that was a lot of fun. It was an interesting kind of concept where within the space of 12 hours, loads of guys came along, were separated into teams and had to create a video game, at least a playable prototype of a video game within that time frame. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a lot of fun, and personally I really enjoyed hanging around and kind of drinking in that experience. Now, over this past weekend, things have gotten slightly bigger. It was the annual Global Game Jam, which does exactly what it says on the tin. This is bigger in all respects to the Galway one. Again, here in Galway, there were teams present and there were teams participating. They were participating once again down in Pulse College, which is a college which pretty much teaches game design, which is fantastic. But it wasn't just Galway this time. Galway just happened to be a part of it. This was one that had over 500 jams worldwide. I think the total was 518, 520, something to that effect. There were over 500 jams happening simultaneously across the planet, across 78 different countries. How amazing is that? Just drink that in for a second. Stop for a second and think about that. You know, we're talking about 78 countries. What, over 500 different places within those countries competing. Countless people, countless teams. Like, let's say every place had 3 or 4 teams. That's fucking loads of teams. You know what I mean? We're talking about 2,000 teams. That's crazy. You know, all trying to create video games within a time frame. And again, to make things bigger this time, it wasn't a 12-hour jam. 12 hours put the pressure on, that was cool. That was a short, sharp shock, and you had to get in there fast and create your game. You had to think about what it was about and sort it out. This time, it was a 48-hour jam, which is pressure in a different way. This time you have a lot longer to think about it, but you have a lot longer to be there. You know, 48 hours, if you're in the heat of that, could last a lot longer than 48 hours. It could feel a lot longer than 48 hours. You know what I mean? These guys were cooked up inside that one room for 2 days straight. You know, trying to sort out, trying to come up with cool ideas and make them functional and fun. You know, everything across the entire planet, all of these jams, they all ran under one single team. The team this time around was, what will we do now? With that one little line, that one little question, you had to come up with an entire video game. From scratch. Possibly with a team of guys you've never met before. I just love it. I love the whole idea. I love the community behind it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Everything was being streamed live on Twitch from all the different jams across the planet, which again, I think is absolutely fantastic. All these guys then were interacting with different jams through the stream, and like holding up banners saying like, hello Belgium and hello New York, whatever the case may have been. You know, as indie developers from everywhere around the globe interacted and tried to come up with something cool, tried to create something cool. Thousands of people creating shit together. Can you think of anything cooler than that? At the moment, I'll be honest, I can't. I really, really can't. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It's mind-blowing, and it brings the community together in ways that you just couldn't do otherwise. You know? I had a bit of hands-on time with the games that were made here in Galway, the ones that will be registered and submitted to the Global Jam for a chance to win the prize as Global Jam champions, and they were a lot of fun. You know, there were cool little ideas, there were some great little concepts. Again, just like the last time I covered the Game Jam, I don't want to get into details because they're not my IPs to share, you know. But there were some really cool ideas, there was some absolutely great artwork, funny little backstories going on. You know, it was just a well of creativity and fucking pot noodles. You know, these guys that lived in there, lived on the college ground for the 48 hours that we're in. These aren't necessarily guys that were at college there, that just happened to be where the event was happening. That just happened to be where it was hosted. You know, people were kicking on couches, people were kicking in sleeping bags, people were getting to know each other for a weekend by creating games. And I think that's fantastic. And I'd love to hear stories from all of the game jams, all 500 plus of them around the planet. I'd love to know what happened in your sector. You know what I mean? In your city's game jam, what was going there? You know, what was going there in the one in San Diego? You know, what was happening in the one in Paris? I'd love to know. I'd love to know how everybody got on. You know, I know here in Galway it was a fucking roaring success. It was fantastic. I just hope it was like that everywhere. I hope everybody got on great. I hope it was a fantastic time. I hope absolutely everybody had a blast. I know just from an outsider looking in, drifting in now, kind of taking notes, getting to know guys, checking out games, seeing things progress from walls of text and blank screens into actual video games. I know I definitely had a blast. It was a lot of fun. This is Spud from HitStartNow.com signing off. Good luck. Thank you very much for watching more about HitStartNow.com Quick Hits. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. You can also catch us at HitStartNow.com, where we have written reviews, monthly blogs, infamous monthly podcasts. You can catch us as well on @HitStartNow on Twitter and /HitStartNow on Facebook. All of these will be linked down below in the description. Thank you very much.